when all the substitutions have been made, it's still a sign of, two fingers up to your coach and I suppose your teammates and everything else. The guy has been number one in the team sheet for 15 years, and now he's not. He's a squad player. And that's the manager's choice. But to do it when, okay, the game might have been over and it might have been minutes or seconds left, but there's still substitutes available. What if somebody had gone down injured and he wanted to bring him on or whatever? So, that's just totally unprofessional. I can understand the frustration because it must be a terribly hard pill to swallow, having been one of the two greatest players of the last 10 to 15 years to becoming a bit of an afterthought at this football club. But that's what he signed up for. He signed up to be a Manchester United player for the second time. He signed up to the decisions that they make, and they decided to sack Solskjaer and bring in Erik ten Hag. And now they have to back Erik ten Hag's decisions. So he has to live with that. And quite frankly, to walk off when your coach has substitutes available, I don't need to tell you what that is, because I think it's there for everybody to see.
Frank?
Yeah, I totally agree with Craig. I think you want to show to the world that you don't agree, and you do it so going back to the tunnel and the dressing room before the end of the game, and put the light on yourself. It's sad because, yes, we all agree that Ronaldo was somebody fantastic, absolutely terrifying every defenses in the world for 15 years. But he's not the Ronaldo that he used to be. And tonight, especially tonight, it worked without him. So why do you want to make the point, that you want to change Ten Hag decisions where Ten Hag is right now? It's hard to swallow, as Craig said, but it has to be accepted because that's the rule of the football world and life. You get young, then you get older, and this football, you have to get sometimes. At some point, you will have to retire.
Mario,
you know something, Dan? He has to be very careful because, as Craig said, for 15 years he's been number one, first on the team sheet, and everybody, including us, has patted him on the back, clapped him, talked about how professional he is, how great he is, how good he is in the dressing room, how everything's brilliant. But you know what? You know when things are going well for you? Dead easy, that.
Right.
To do the right thing all the time. When it's going well for you, dead easy. The mark of anybody is when things are not going your way. How do you react? And we just saw how he's reacted. And he better be very careful because he better get rid of acting like, as Craig said, a big baby, because he's going to harm his reputation if he continues to do that.
From a Manchester United perspective, and I suppose from like a world soccer perspective, Mary, it doesn't really matter anymore, does it? As Frank said, he's old, he's had a brilliant career, but in the past, this would have been right at the top of the show. We've been talking about Ronaldo storming off. What does this mean for the future? It doesn't matter anymore. You're done.
No, I mean, look, guys, we all know, he's a real winner, but you don't want him to win like this. You understand? And you don't want to see this. Yeah, like even what Steve said, he's hurting his own reputation. This is a guy that achieved so much. Clearly, you understand, I will, even myself, I would have loved to even have, half of his career, of the achievements that he had. But I'm just saying, don't focus on the bad things, man. Make sure that you were a great player. You don't want to walk out and being looked at and saying you were great, but you didn't do this or you didn't do that. No, he doesn't need that. I don't think he needs moments like this. Also, what is always bad, I am definitely aware of that. When you don't play, you always want your team not to perform great. You don't want them to perform really great because you're not playing. But what happens now? They're winning 2-0. And this is also something that also hurts him because he's like, oh man, I'm not performing, I'm not playing, they don't pick me, and now my team is winning too. No one wants that, but he should be careful with that because he's hurting himself. He's too big to do things like this.
Last word to this on you, Craig.
No, I mean, I've said to you a few weeks ago, I mean, he's not really the story anymore. We're talking about him tonight as the story, but not in a football parlance. I think in a football sense, yeah, he's got a part to play, and it might be at Man United, it might be somewhere else. It's a part to play. It's not the big part that it was. And, you know, as Mario said, he sat there and he watched the best performance of the season, and he didn't get on. But to act in that way is just totally unprofessional from his point of view. And Ten Hag's been strong so far, and I think he'll get fined. Might even be missing for the next game in terms of in the squad. Who knows? But I think it's crystal clear, and it's been made crystal clear to Cristiano Ronaldo, who's the boss at Man United now. And Ten Hag's doing things his way, and it's his way or the highway. And if he can't accept that, United will have to find some sort of formula to sort this scenario out, because it's pretty ugly.
Well, thank you very much for watching ESPN on YouTube. For more sports highlights and analysis, be sure to download the ESPN app. And for live streaming, premium content, and let's not forget as well, ESPN FC 7 days a week. Subscribe to ESPN Plus.